Welcome to our Activate the Energetic Codes of Abundance Masterclass. This is so exciting. I'm going to be teaching you basically everything that I have learned, that I have been working with my clients, and all of these codes, energetics, frequencies, mindset modalities, and manifestation principles are life-changing. They are life-changing, and it's so interesting because when we think about it and we think about these codes, we think about these frequencies, this may be some concepts that you have either heard before and they may land differently. I may be saying them differently, or this could be so freaking brand new to you where you're like, holy hell, here we go. I want to share with you that what you learn tonight or today, whatever time zone you're in this masterclass, this is something that you get to practice every single day. So if you have any thoughts of like, I need to take this all in so that I can shift overnight, that's a wonderful intention. However, release the pressure because this is a practice, because this is an embodiment. These are techniques, frequencies, energetic codes that your body is literally going to absorb, your DNA is going to feel, and that's why it's a practice, because we take these codes, we take these frequencies, and we embody them. So this is something that you get to do every single day moving forward, right? So just release any pressure there or anything like, I have to, oh my God, we don't gonna do anything. So what I invite you to do is grab a journal. Some of us like to take notes, and some of us just like to maybe like lay down and feel into what is coming our way. I have some notes, and like I said in the beginning, I'm looking at my phone. I'm also recording on my computer, and the freaking comment section is over here. So we're like at a 360-degree angle. I know you can't see that, but that's what I'm looking at right now. So just by being here, just by registering for this masterclass, just by creating the space to tune in, you are energetically saying to the universe, yes, I am open and ready to receive. Or like, universe, yes, please, here I am. I am ready to be blown away. I am ready to be surprised. I am ready for magic. I am ready. Whatever it is that you're feeling, utilize the comment section, claim it, write it down. Allow yourself to weave in a new mantra or affirmation that may come your way for this masterclass. And so I want you to know that abundance is innate to you. Abundance is you. Money is you. And so it is your birthright to receive. It is your birthright to receive. It is your birthright to be abundant. And so receiving is a part of you, right? Your abundance is inevitable to you. You were born so wildly abundant. And what happens is that throughout our life, we just sometimes forget that. We sometimes place our abundance, our power, our essence outside of us and gave it away, right? So just allow yourself to anchor into the truth that abundance is you, money is you, and it is your birthright to receive. Hi, Lindsay, welcome. All right, so that's a little truth bomb I wanted to share with you. And then we are the ones who create limitations. We are the ones who create rules. We are the ones who create stories. We are the ones who create barriers around our ability to receive. When we create limitations, when we create rules, when we create stories about ourselves, about our inherent worth, when we create those stories, we are energetically coming into resistance. When we are in resistance and in that energetic state, it is very hard. I don't want to say impossible, but it is very hard for abundance to enter into your aura, to enter into your energetic field, into your vortex, whatever you want to call it, when we are in a state of resistance. And so I know you've heard me say this before. I know you've said this before to me. Kelly, I want to get out of my own way. What does it mean to you when you're in your own way? Is that you creating rules around how much money you're able to receive or create in your life? Is it you placing rules around abundance, right? In all areas of your life, in all manifestations. If you feel deserving of abundance, if you feel worthy of abundance. And as I'm saying this, just allow your energetic body, right? We're embodying today. Allow your body to feel into anything. Feel into anything. And as I said in the beginning, if you want to pull out your journal, if anything is coming through for you, that's a story, a habit, or a belief that you're like, ooh, I hear that, write it down so that it can be seen, heard, witnessed, and released. It wants to be seen, right? So if you're feeling any like, I'm feeling an old icky story come through, great. Let's celebrate that. Because you're aware, we're going to decondition it and we're going to release it. So write it down, and maybe you can take that piece of paper and burn it later today or tonight, whatever time zone that you're in. So I know that you're here because you're ready to call in abundance. You're ready to create abundance. You're ready to be, to become, to embody the frequency of abundance. You're like, yeah, girl, that's why I signed up. That's why I'm here. So I want you to know that your frequency is either in allowing or resistance. It's either one or the two. There's not really an in-between. You're either in the frequency of allowing or you are in the frequency of resistance. And so I want you to ask yourself, when it comes to feeling into abundance, when it comes to becoming abundant, calling in abundance, creating abundance, where do you think your frequency has been? And here it is, allowing. Here is resistance. Maybe it's been like here, 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 here. I want you to know, again, that this is a journey. Right? This isn't like a linear thing, just like healing isn't linear. When we are allowing ourselves to activate our abundance, because we have conditioned abundance, which I'll get there in a second, because we have conditioned abundance, because we have external factors, because we have programmed and conditioned beliefs around abundance and around money, sometimes we waver between allowing and resistance. And that wavering may happen in a matter of minutes. It may happen multiple times a day. It may happen, during the week. So I want you to feel into where your energetic frequency is. Are we in allowing? Are we in resistance? Or is it like, girl, I feel allowing and resistance wavering between them on a daily freaking basis? That is okay. That is okay. So feel into that. And so conditioned abundance. I know that I've talked about conditioned confidence before. I know that I've talked about conditioning. And so when it comes to conditioned abundance, this is what society has deemed abundance to be. This is what your parents has deemed abundance to be, your partner, your teachers, your friends, whoever. And this is along the lines of, when I have X amount of money in my bank account, that means I am abundant. When I wake up to unexpected windfalls of money, that means I am abundant. When I am so in love in my nourishing soulmate partner relationship, that means that I am abundant. When I receive 25 compliments a day, that means I am abundant, right? So I want you to think about what you learned about abundance growing up. For most of us, it was you need to have X amount of money in your bank account to be deemed wealthy, to be deemed abundant. You need to have like a beautiful home that you purchased, a full-time job with all of the benefits, all of the packages, the 401k, the deal, to be abundant. You need to have a marriage with like X amount of kids to be abundant. You need to be on, energetic all of the time. You need to be flowing with ideas, creativity all of the time to be abundant. You can't be tired to be abundant. You can't be low energy to be abundant, right? That's conditioned abundance. And so on days where we're like, this doesn't feel good in my body, this doesn't feel like my truth, this doesn't feel like what abundance is to me, it's because it's not. That is conditioned abundance. That is the abundance that you learned growing up. Is that the truth for you? Maybe, maybe not. For me, it's not. I don't need to look at my bank account to tell me if I am abundant or not. I don't need to look at my relationships to tell me if I am abundant or not. So I want you to really anchor into, when you were growing up, what did you hear or learn or see that abundance was for your family or for other people? That is conditioned abundance. And so when you become aware of that is when we can start to release this attachment of like, I need to do this. I need to achieve X, Y, and Z in order to be abundant. That may not be your definition of abundance. That might not even feel good for you. Because if you are in that frequency of trying, which we'll get to in a second, if you are in that frequency and then you achieve that thing that you're working so hard towards, you may not even feel happy. You may not even feel abundant when it comes into your reality. You may just be like, okay, it's here. Like, I still don't feel fulfilled. I still don't feel complete. I still don't feel whole, right? And so either write this down in your journal or ask yourself, what is conditioned abundance that I learned? And what does abundance actually mean to me? What does abundance actually mean to me? What does it mean to you? I'm gonna look at the comments real quick. I forgot that we're over here on the comments. Yeah, growing up, that was non-existent. Yes, my limit is that money has to be hard for me. Yes. And then those waves daily. Hey girl, hey Lindsay. I am looking in 3 different directions, so here we go. So yeah, let me know in the comments what conditioned abundance is and what abundance actually feels like for you. What is abundance for you? Maybe you honestly are like, I would love and I would feel so abundant when I receive compliments every single day, an abundance of compliments. Yes, you're noticing my energetic frequency. Thank you. I've been working on this. I'm allowing myself to receive an abundance of compliments each and every day. Maybe for you, it's just an abundance of love, of feeling loved, of receiving love, of accepting love. Maybe it's an abundance of clients, an abundance of sales, an abundance of money, right? But it doesn't have to be just money. And that's the thing that I want to anchor into. Abundance is not just about money, okay? Abundance encompasses all areas of your life, and abundance is going to come your way in so many different manifestations. A form of conditioned abundance is just focusing on the money. We're so effing focused on the money. Where's the money? I'm waiting for the money, right? And right now you may be like, yeah, that's me. And so when we have that conditioned abundance, it's so easy for us to not even see all the abundance that is within our energetic field, within our realm, floating around us, because we have these like blinders on, or these whatever glasses, goggles on, to just be searching for the money. That's a part of conditioned abundance. I'm not saying that desiring money is wrong. Of course it's not. Desire money all you want. Like, hell yes, I desire money. Allow it to flow. However, just allow yourself to not be so laser focused in on money, and giving yourself permission to know that abundance has so many different manifestations, so many different forms, and abundance is already in so many different areas of your life. And by me saying that, I want you to just feel into that. And just by that little simple concept there, when you wake up tomorrow and go throughout your day, I want you to start to language shift. I invite you to start to feel into the abundance that's already in your life, in all areas of your life, knowing it's not just money. It's not just money, right? Ideas, creativity, inspiration, all of the things. Yes, I'm looking at the comments. I want abundance to feel easy and more simple. I feel it with health a lot recently. Amazing. Thank you for saying that. Like, see, even me talking about this right now, I energetically forgot that health is a part of abundance. I desire to be healthy, fulfilled, complete. That's a part of abundance. That is abundant. Ooh, that feels really good. I love that. So going back to my notes, I went off on a tangent. I have a question for you. When it comes to calling in abundance, creating abundance, desiring money, are you trying to prove yourself to anyone? Are you trying to prove yourself to yourself? And I'm asking that because sometimes when we are in this journey of calling in money, creating abundance, calling in abundance, sometimes our worth gets in there. And sometimes we go unknowingly, subconsciously into this frequency of, I have to do this or else. I have to create this or I failed. I'm not enough. My family isn't going to think that I am doing enough, that I failed, right? All of these stories that come our way. So I want you to ask yourself, when calling in abundance, becoming abundant, creating abundance, are you trying to prove yourself to anyone? And let yourself be so honest with yourself, because this is when we can start to clear out those old beliefs and that old energy. And this is where we can decondition that old programming. Be so honest with yourself. Was I trying to prove myself? Yes, I was. I was trying to prove myself to myself. I was like almost in resistance with myself. I was having an internal battle and fighting myself in my abundant journey, right? So let yourself be honest with yourself. Are you trying to prove yourself to anyone or to yourself? Because when we are trying to create money, when we are trying to call in abundance, what does the word trying feel like for you in your body, in your energy? What do you think the frequency of trying is? And this is going to be a language reframe for you. What do you feel the frequency of trying is? Yeah, most definitely proving. So the frequency of trying, when we are trying, we are seeking, we are searching, we are waiting. We are waiting. And it's almost like we're like, I'm trying to do this, it's not happening. I'm trying to create abundance, it's not happening. I'm trying to call in more money, it's not happening. When we are in that trying frequency is when our energetics are going into resistance. That's when we are unknowingly putting up a barrier, putting up a wall, a block to our ability to receive. And that frequency of trying has a lot to do with proving ourselves, with seeking external validation, and it has a lot to do with our self-worth. And I know this is not a masterclass on self-worth. However, I will say, coming into the frequency of abundance and allowing yourself to embody the innate abundance within you has a lot to do with self-worth, and has a lot to do with you really owning in, anchoring into your power, feeling so effing solid in who you are, feeling so solid in your beliefs about what is possible for you, about your beliefs of how you are capable. When you create that strong energetic foundation, that's when your aura expands. That's when you increase your magnetism, and that's when abundance has the room to flow in. So yeah, abundance and creating and becoming abundant has so much to do with our self-worth. And it's so interesting because this is something we work on often with our self-worth and anchoring into how effing worthy we are, right? And self-worth and abundance beautifully go hand in hand. Self-love and abundance beautifully go hand in hand. Believing in yourself and abundance beautifully go hand in hand. Trusting in yourself and abundance. Being so certain and just having this knowingness, this knowingness that you are supported, that everything is working for you, goes hand in hand with abundance. And so I'm just setting us up for sharing the energetic codes of abundance, but I'm just laying the framework, laying the foundation so that you can energetically start to feel this. And like, I'm getting excited talking about this. I'm also sweating. The heat is off and I have lights on me and I'm drenched in sweat. But like, maybe you're sweating from excitement right now. And I'm hoping that right now this is creating this internal flame, this internal fire within you where it's like, I am capable and this is possible. right? I am capable and this is possible. That is the frequency that I am encoding in you right now and that you are weaving into your aura and into your energy right now. This is, I am capable and this is possible, or this is possible and I am capable. Let me go back to my notes to stay on track. So, as I said, abundance does not come from the external, it comes from the internal. And so what we have been doing when we are in that trying, in that seeking, in that searching, in that waiting frequency, that's when we are allowing our external circumstances to decide if we are abundant or not, to decide if we are worthy or not, to decide if we are wealthy or not, right? To decide if we are lovable or not. And so this is where you get to come into, I'm no longer going to look at the external to dictate and define my abundance, my energy, my foundation, my frequency. And so examples of looking at the external, I probably already said this, I don't know, I'm trying to stay on track. Examples of looking at the external are checking your bank account, right? And then I want to just weave in here on the other hand, sometimes many of us do not check our bank account because we're fearful of what's in there. And so we don't even want to look at that, right? And so that's something I invite you to look at. There's resistance there. And so excuse me, I'm getting excited. We're having releases. Whenever there's resistance in your energy, resistance is putting us in this barrier of not allowing abundance and money to come in. So a quick little weaving this in, little support for you. If you're having any fear around checking your bank account, that's when we're in resistance to receiving. So allow yourself to just get honest with yourself. Check your bank account. It's gonna be okay. You are safe because you are safe. I just wanted to weave that in. So external circumstances, checking your bank account, looking at your relationships, whether it's romantic or friendships, if I have enough friends, if I have enough close friends, if I have whatever with relationships, right? Other examples are our social media engagement. That's a fun one. How many likes did this post get? How many comments did this post get? How many people looked at my reel? Oh my God, I just posted a story. No one looked at it. Wait, let me check 5 minutes later. How many people looked at my story? When we do that, we are deciding, or we are allowing external circumstances to dictate and define how we feel, right? That's when we are energetically placing our power outside of ourselves. And so when we are in that frequency of seeking, searching, waiting, trying, that's usually what's tied to that is external validation, is the external. And so you get to decide right now, do I want to continue looking for external validation? No, I want to validate myself. Do I want to continue to look at my bank account to define how I get to feel right now in this moment? No, because I desire to feel good. I desire to feel free. I desire to feel light. And I'm not going to allow the external to dictate how I feel. When we do that, when we look at our bank account, and we're like, okay, I have like $3.33 in there. Holy shit. How am I going to do this, right? How am I going to X, Y, and Z? When we are looking at the external and we go into the cycle of how am I going to do this? Now I don't feel enough. Now I feel anxious. Now I feel fearful. Now I feel anxiety ridden. Now I'm worried about the future. When we do that, we allow ourselves to time hop into the future, and we release all control of what we have right now, which is how you get to feel right now in this very moment. And so when we are looking at the external, it takes us outside of this beautiful energetic foundation that we're building for ourselves. It projects us into the future, and it continues that self-perpetuating cycle of scarcity, fear, lack, and not enough. And I know that so many of us are here to break that cycle of lack, scarcity, not enough. And so the number one way that you can do that is to stop looking at the external, to stop looking at the external circumstances in your life, in your current reality right now, to dictate and decide how you feel, and to dictate and decide whether you are abundant or not, whether you are wealthy or not, whether you are happy or not, whether you are worthy or not, right? Otherwise, if we continue to look at our bank account, if we continue to look at social media engagement, if we continue to look at our relationships, if we continue to look at how many clients are coming in, how many sales am I making, if we are continuing to look at the external circumstances in our current reality, we are going to continue to be in that self-perpetuating cycle of scarcity, struggle, lack, not enough, and doubt. And even me saying that right now, you may be like, oh my God, I have been in that cycle for years and years and years. I want to break free from that cycle, right? And that's what you get to do today. That's where you get to start that process of breaking free from that cycle today. And I want to tell you right now and be so honest with you, that is a choice that you get to make today. That is a choice that you get to make today. And so I know I shared this before in a podcast, but I want to say this again. When I was talking about projecting ourselves into the future and how when we do that, we go into this heightened state of anxiousness, of feeling overwhelmed, of feeling like, holy fuck, how am I going to do anything? I don't even know, right? We come into this dysregulated state when we propel ourselves into the future. And what you are in control of, there are some things in our lives that we're not in control of. What you are in control of is how you get to feel, is your energetic frequency. And you can control that right now in this very moment, in the here and now. And that is allowing yourself to come back into your body. That's allowing yourself to come back into the here and now. That's allowing yourself to anchor into the energetic codes, which I'm going to share in a bit. And allow yourself to come into the frequency of I am safe. I am safe, right? It is possible. I am capable. And I'm just laying this foundation to start to add on more and more and more before we go into the codes. So when we are focused on what am I going to do? Holy shit, I'm not feeling enough. How am I going to do this, right? We're in that self-perpetuating cycle of scarcity, struggle, and doubt. You may be like, why am I not breaking free from this cycle? Why do I feel like I'm like taking 10 steps forward and becoming abundant and wealthy and then taking like 1,000,000 steps back? So what I want you to know is that your energetic frequency that you are feeling, right, in your current reality. So say that you are subscribed to scarcity, struggle, not enough, and doubt right now in this moment. Those exact feelings and those exact frequencies are going to be amplified into your next reality. So it's almost like those feelings, those frequencies just grow 10 times bigger, 10 times stronger into your next reality, into the next version of you. And so to break free from that cycle, scarcity, struggle, and doubt, and from it growing bigger and bigger and bigger and feeling like it's not working, it's not enough, it's never enough. What you get to do right now in this moment is to decide that you feel effing good. You are safe. You are supported. You are certain. You are anchored in your power. You have such a strong energetic foundation and frequency where you believe in yourself. You believe that it is working. You believe that the universe is supporting you. The how doesn't matter, because that's out of your hands. But that is what you believe in. You are so effing solid in that energetic foundation that frequency is going to be amplified into your next reality, into the next version of you. That's what you get to focus on. That is how you come out of that self-perpetuating cycle of scarcity, struggle, and doubt. That is how you break free. That's what you get to focus on, right? And if right now you're like, okay, easier said than done, is it? Because I want to get very honest with you. Have you done it yet? Have you done it yet? This is a practice. that we anchor into every single day. Because how easy is it to be like, okay, my bank account doesn't matter, doesn't mean anything about me. That's an external circumstance of what's going on in my current reality. That doesn't mean anything. I feel abundant. I feel free. I believe in myself. Hell yes, I'm feeling good. And then all of a sudden you're like, I just checked my bank account. I feel like shit. I don't feel enough, right? And then we go from this strong energetic foundation down here. That is so easy to do. And all that is, and I want to share this with you, all that is old beliefs, old conditioned abundance, old programming from society, from your environment coming back, coming surfaced again, where you can energetically take that back on. You can go back into that self-perpetuating cycle of scarcity, struggle, and doubt. Or what you could do is see it as, okay, this is how I'm feeling right now. I'm going to honor my feelings. I'm not going to tell myself that I am wrong. I'm not going to make it mean anything about me. It's just simply a feeling. And I know that this old belief, this old habit, this old story is coming back, coming through because it wants to be surfaced so that it can be released. Because the next version of me in my next reality, she doesn't believe that about herself. She doesn't feel wavering in her self-worth. She doesn't feel plugged out of her abundance. She doesn't feel broke, right? She feels wealthy. She feels like everything is possible and she is capable and it's all working for her, right? So when you tend to have those wavering feelings of abundance and frequencies in your foundation, I invite you to see it as these are simply just old beliefs, stories, and patterns that want to be seen so that they can be released. And guess what? Let's celebrate that. Let's celebrate that instead of allowing them to come in, feeling like shit, letting them take us down, and then bringing us back into that loop of the scarcity, the struggle, the not enough, and continuing to be subscribed there. We're hitting unsubscribe. We're seeing it for what it is. You are aware, and that is such a huge celebration. So this is something that I invite you to really anchor into and practice every single day. Practice every single day. Okay, what I wanted to share, I wrote this down in my notes, is, this is very important, so listen up. Being plugged into your power, I'm going to read this because I really like this. Being plugged into your power, tapped into your true essence. Your true essence is the identity of your soul. It's not the identity that you created to fit into society. It's not the identity that you created for other people to like you, right? This is when you are tapped into your true essence, the identity of your soul. That's what calls in the money and abundance. Being rooted and grounded in yourself, solid in your energy, solid in your energetics, holding the frequency of certainty. Certainty. That is a frequency that I really invite you to anchor into. This allows you to receive without hustling, without working harder, without becoming burnt out. Right? That allows you to receive. And then we've been conditioned to believe the harder we work, the more money we make. This is where we have energetics backwards. We truthfully, I don't want to say believe, but maybe we feel the harder we work, the more money we will make. That's conditioned abundance. That's programming around money and abundance. Is that the ultimate truth? It is not. And so most of us honestly think when we finally get the thing, when we finally get the money, when we finally have that soul nourishing relationship, when we finally have the house, the car, the sales, the clients, a thriving business, a thriving career, then I can be happy. Then I can be joyful. Then I can believe in myself. Oh, I felt that way for so long, so long. And that is why we have been seeking, searching, waiting, trying. We in this society have the programming backwards. We have that belief backwards. When I get the thing, then I can finally be happy. When I get the thing, then I can live my life. When I get the thing, then I can have fun. Why can't you have fun now? Why can't you live your life now? Why can't you be happy now? Why can't you believe in yourself now? And I just want you to feel into that. For me, I didn't know that. I didn't know that we had the energetics backwards. That is what we were taught and what we learned growing up, right? So these are things that you get to break free from. These are old programmings and beliefs that you get to be like, unsubscribe, hell effing no. I am creating a new paradigm. I am creating a new way of being. It starts with me. I'm breaking this cycle. I'm paving a new path. And by doing that, I am so effing brave. I am so certain. I am so solid in my energy. I'm showing others how to do that simply by allowing myself to do it first, right? You are literally creating a new way of being. Oh, look, the comments are coming through on my phone now. Oh, wow. The worst program to be subscribed to right there. I am done with it being hard, constant work while still lacking. Yes. Yes, girl. Unsubscribing. Yes. Amen, sister. Ooh, I'm seeing the comments here and here and here. Yes. Oh my gosh. This is so exciting. Okay. So that energy that I just shared right there of like, I think I need to receive this so that I can be happy, so that I can be abundant, so that I can believe in myself. That exact energy is what is putting us in resistance to our desires. So this may be like a big validation piece or an energetic shift for you where, excuse me, you may have been like, why do I just feel like I've been trying? Like I've been like fighting, working so hard to be abundant, to call in money. I've been trying so hard because we've had that program belief that when I finally receive the thing, then I can be happy, then I can believe in myself. We didn't know that that was placing us in resistance. We didn't know that there's been certain frequencies, certain beliefs that have been energetically placing us in resistance to abundance. And what's so wonderful right now is that by hearing this right now, you are releasing old ways of being. You are allowing yourself to decondition this old programming, and you are literally paving the path to a new way of being just by receiving this information, just by being here and receiving. How effing magical is that? That's amazing, right? Just by being here and receiving, you are creating a new way of being for yourself, a new way of being for your family and for others. Like, that is so inspiring. I could just cry. And so going back to my notes, staying on track, I want you to think about someone who is wildly wealthy and just incredibly abundant. Who comes to mind? Wealthy, abundant, just great, amazing. For me, I think of Oprah. I'm like, Oprah, girl, I love you. And so Oprah grew up with odds against her. She didn't grow up with money at all. She did not grow up with money. And so thinking of Oprah, how she has built this amazing empire, how she is wildly wealthy and abundant, how do you think she got from where she was to where she is now? Do you think it was strategy? It's her energetics. It's because she had such a strong belief in herself. She decided to believe this is possible for me and I am capable, right? And I'm sure that was a practice she did every effing day, even when she got turned down all of the time, even after hearing all of the no's, even after everything, all of the odds against her. Like, look at her now. Yeah, decision. It's a decision. It's an energetic decision. And so what I want to share, and this is something that I allowed myself to decide to come into, I always heard it was all about the strategy first, strategy first, strategy first. I never heard, like in school or anything, it's actually about the energy. Your energy is leading. I never heard that. I always thought it was strategy. People became wealthy, abundant, successful because they followed a certain strategy. They followed a certain blueprint. They followed a certain plan, map, whatever it is. It's actually not that at all. It's energy. It's energetics. Your energy is leading. And so what is so amazing, and something I want to teach you, is that when you create this strong energetic foundation and believe in yourself, when you feel so solid in your energy, that's when you come, or that means you're in alignment. When you are in alignment is when you receive the ideas, is when you receive the how-tos, is when you receive the next step. Those how-tos, those ideas, those next steps, strategy, right? I call it soul-aligned action. And so what you get to anchor into, and I'm very excited to teach this in a simple way, your energy is leading. It's always, always energy first. When you are plugged into your energy, you are in alignment with your soul, with your essence. That's when you are open to receive. That's when the how-tos, the ideas, the inspiration comes your way. That's when you can take soul-aligned action. That's when the strategy comes in. We had it opposite. Strategy first, energy second, right? And anyone that you may have learned, like, no, it's strategy first, I'm telling you, they may just not know that their energy is so solid. They may not even be aware that they are so anchored into this trust, this certainty, this knowingness, this belief in themselves. They may not even be aware. So if you're not aware, how can you teach that, right? And I'm sharing that because I have learned all the time, strategy first, energy what? I don't know. And so your energy is leading. Your energy is leading. When you are in alignment is when you're open up to receive. That's when the ideas, the how-tos, the next steps come your way. That's when you can take soul-aligned action. So essentially, it is energy. Your energy is leading, and then taking action. You know what action to take. It comes from your higher self. It comes from source. It comes from intuition. It comes from inner knowing. You get to take your soul-aligned action, and I love that. I love that combination, and that is your personal energetic blueprint pathway to your inevitable abundance, to your innate abundance. And so where do we want to dive in? Do we want to do the codes? Before we do the codes, I'm going to share 3 codes with you. Before we do that, this is why I have notes, you guys, because I could just talk and talk. There's so much to teach. It's so exciting. You can tell I'm lit up. I'm sweaty. We're great. So this is how you can amplify abundance. This is good. I love this. You can amplify abundance by knowing that money and abundance flow into an open aura. Okay, so maybe you want to write that down or just like receive. Money and abundance flow into an open aura. If you are not familiar what your aura is, it is your energy around you that you emit out into the world. Some of us can see it. Some of us can feel it. It is there. It is there. All of us have an aura, right? And so let me just give a quick example in case this is new to you and you're not sure what I'm talking about. Have you ever been to a party and someone walked in a room and you're like, whoa, I am so attracted to them and I don't know why. I really have a good feeling about them. I want to be around them. Their aura is literally pulling you in. It's that powerful. And so feel into that. Feel into how many people you came across where you're like, oh my God, I just want to be around them. I love their energy. That's their aura. That's their aura speaking to you, and that's what they're emitting out into the world. So when your aura is open is when you are a channel of receiving abundance in all forms, in all areas of your life, in all of its manifestations. And so what we have been unknowingly doing is focusing on aura contractions, right? So know that an open aura is aura expanders. That's what I'm going to teach you in a second. But what we have been unknowingly focusing on and subconsciously doing from conditioned abundance and everything that we just went through are aura contractors. And so aura contractors or aura contractions are all of those what ifs. Well, what if I did this? What if did I make the right decision? I don't know. When we question ourselves, when we're doubting ourselves, when we feel really just like not plugged into our self-worth, right? When we're well, I should have done this. What if I did this? All of those what ifs, all of the shoulds. Did I make the right decision? What if I did this? I don't know. All of those things collapse our aura, right? And so those what ifs, those shoulds, the frequency that's underlying there energetically is pressure, force. Those frequencies literally collapse our aura. They collapse our aura. And another way to think of this is like an internal flame lit within you. It's just like, oh, my aura is open and bright. It's inviting, like it's a flame. I'm lit the F up. Hell yes. Think about it that way. When we are shoulding all over ourselves, when we're in those what ifs, when we're doubting ourselves, when we're in that pressure, when we're in that force frequency, all of those things collapse our aura. And so that's when your internal flame goes out. When we have a closed aura, I believe I said this in the beginning, that is very, very hard for us to receive. It is very, very hard for us to receive because our frequency is in resistance. And so allow yourself to be very aware of where in your life are you making things hard? Where do you feel like it's very hard? Where you feel like you're shoulding all over yourself, the what ifs, where it feels like there's a lot of pressure, where it feels like you're forcing something. If you're forcing anything, if anything feels heavy, I'm not saying it may not be the path to take, but if anything feels heavy, that's going to feel so heavy in your system. When something feels heavy in your system, that is 100% collapse in your aura, right? And so that's when we're in that like cycle of like, I feel like I'm banging my head against the wall. Why am I not getting anywhere? That's because we are practicing aura contractors or contractions, right? And our aura is collapsing. We are in resistance to receiving. And so what you get to do instead is focus on aura expanders. Aura expanders are my favorite. So before we go into this, what do you think aura expanders are? I'm gonna look at the comments real quick. I just see decision, yes. Okay. Aura expanders. Let's see if it's working on my phone. If not, it's fine. I'll just keep talking. So aura expanders are, and this is what lies in your sacral chakra. So this is where you've probably heard me say womb wisdom, right? So when you tap into the wisdom of your womb, when you tap into your sacral chakra, this is literally where money lies, power lies, pleasure, play, sex, creativity. All of those frequencies are aura expanders. Joy, fun, happiness, laughter, feeling effing good. Those are all aura expanders. And so, we're having lots of releases. What I want to, allowing things to happen. I like that. Yes, that is 100% an aura expander. I love that. Allowing things to happen. Yes, because you're in a frequency of allowing. Absolutely. So when you are focusing on having fun, on being happy, not because your external circumstances are telling you if you are allowed to be happy or not, but because you are deciding, you are making that decision to be happy, to have fun, to focus on play, to focus on laughter, joy, love, creativity, just feeling so effing good. Those are all aura expanders. When you expand your aura, right, that internal flame, it's lit the F up. Just like I said, when you walk into a room, others feel your energy. You are literally a magnet. When your aura is expanded, you attract very similar frequencies that are meant for you. That could be in the form of people, relationships, love, abundance, money, creativity, sales, clients, compliments, whatever it is that you're calling in, right? An open aura allows you to come into that state of allowing. When you're in the state of allowing, that's when you're anchored into the flow state. That's when abundance can easily come your way. That's when money can easily come your way. So from here on out, allow yourself to do energetic check-ins. Notice if we're coming to that frequency of pressure, force, heaviness, right? What ifs, shoulds. Notice if you're in that frequency. If so, just be like, I learned that this is collapsing my aura. I learned that this is placing me further into a state of resistance. Sometimes when we're in that state of resistance, have you ever heard yourself or felt like, oh my God, it's just getting harder and harder. Oh my God, the bills just keep piling up and piling up. Oh my God, this other thing just happened. Like, I couldn't find my keys. I stubbed my toe. I wore my pants inside out. I was late to work. My car broke down. Like all these things, that's just resistance being stacked upon resistance. And so this helps you to become aware of aura contractors, and aura expansions, allowing yourself to be in the expanded aura, in the open aura, so that you are in this state of allowing and into the state of receiving rather than the state of resistance. How does that feel with all those things that we learned? Yes. Okay. I had other things to say, but we're going to dive into the codes. Here we go. So these are the 3 energetic codes. So now that we laid the foundation, now that you understand how to get out of that self-perpetuating cycle of scarcity, struggle, and doubt, now that you know the difference between aura contractions and aura expanders, I'm going to work on saying contractions. And then now that you know how the external no longer gets to dictate or decide whether you feel abundant or not. This is something you get to decide. Now that we know that and laid the foundation, these are the 3 codes. Let me look at my notes. So the first one is, I am on the inevitable path. I am on the inevitable path, right? Or maybe you want to think of it as everything that I'm doing is adding up. That takes you out of, am I making the right decision? Am I following the right path? Am I doing the right thing? Yes, you are. Because everything that you are doing is adding up. You are on the inevitable path. And that takes you out of that. This is one I get a lot and hear a lot. And this is something that I work on with my clients. This is like their number one thing. I just want to know if I'm on the right path. I just want to know if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing in my life, in alignment with my soul purpose. I just want to know if I'm on the right path. That's a big one. I know we have all felt that. So the first energetic code is, I am on the inevitable path. I am on the inevitable path. And or everything that I am doing is adding up. That takes you out of that second guessing yourself, self-doubt, right? And so the second code is, it is all working. It is all working. That takes you out of, nothing is effing working. This is so hard. I am always trying. I am always pushing, forcing, working towards something, being burnt out, right? Nothing is working. The second energetic code is, it is all working. It is all working. You can allow yourself to energetically and in your body feel into it is all working out. It is all working for me. I just like it is all working. That feels really good in my body. It is all working. Okay. And then the third code is, I've already said this, but I'm going to officially say it here. It is possible. It is possible. That takes us out of that, is this really for me? I see abundance and wealth happening for everyone else, but not me. I feel like it's never going to be my turn. It's not going to happen for me. Yes, it effing is. The third energetic code to activate abundance is, it is all possible. It is possible. Okay? That takes you out of, I'm not capable. I'm not worthy. I'm not deserving. The third energetic code is, it is possible. Okay? And so what I really want to share with you is that, yes, chills. Let me have some water. Lots of energy flowing, lots of sweat happening. When you anchor into these codes, and just so you know, energetic codes are frequencies. They're frequencies that you get to embody in your body. And so when you anchor into these energetic codes, you create new neural pathways. And so right now, either this is something you've been actively working on, creating new neural pathways, or just by, like I said, receiving and being here tonight in this masterclass, you're going to start to create new neural pathways for yourself. But before you heard this, your neural pathways may have been programmed and attuned to, it is not working. This is not for me. Abundance is for everyone else but me. It's never going to be my turn. Why is this so hard? I have to work harder to receive more. Nothing is working. This is not working, right? When that is in our energetic frequency, that is what our neural pathways in our brain are attuned to. And then when our neural pathways are attuned to that, your reticular activating system sees that in your reality. That's why it can literally feel like nothing's ever working. This is so hard, because that's what your neural pathways are attuned to. That's what your reticular activating system sees every day. And then for you, you're like, see, this is proof it's not working. This is proof. It's not proof. It's just what you trained your neural pathways and reticular activating system to believe. Now we get to create new neural pathways from the codes of, I am on the inevitable path. It is all working and it is possible. The more that you anchor into those energetic codes, the more that you create new neural pathways, your reticular activating system comes into this programming. You are literally training it to see abundance in all areas of your life. In all forms, in all of its manifestations, your aura is open. You see, it is working. It is possible. I am open. Yes, universe, I am ready. I am receiving. I am receiving. I am in the state of allowing. I am in the state of accepting. Abundance is inevitable to me. Abundance is me. Oh, I could cry right now just saying that. That right there is like what changed everything for me, coming into those beliefs, coming into deconditioning all of those programmings that I just shared with you, that conditioned abundance, coming into aura expansion versus aura contractions, and really anchoring into those energetic codes, right? When I practice that every single day, again, by practicing this every single day, you're creating new neural pathways. You are literally training your reticular activating system to see all of the abundance that has always been here. We were just trained in our brain and from society and programming to focus on what wasn't working, right? To focus on what felt so hard, so heavy, had so much pressure. F all of that. You get to break free from all of that. You get to come into this energy of lightness. It gets to be easy. It gets to be light. It gets to be free. It gets to be fun. It gets to be so fun. And even saying that right now, can you give yourself permission to have fun with accepting and receiving abundance in all forms, in all of its manifestations? Yeah, you can, because it gets to be. And again, that's a choice. That's an energetic decision. So anchor into those 3 energetic codes. Anchor into abundance is me. Money is me. Like, it's always been. When you practice that more and more, you get to see that, you get to feel that, you're creating new neural pathways, you accept and receive abundance in all forms. It feels so good. It feels so free. That's when you are limitless. And that's when you're like, I don't even need to wait for these things of abundance to come into my life, because I'm already so strong in my energetic foundation. I am so solid in my power. I am anchored in my self-worth, where money, abundance become inevitable side effects, right? Abundance is me. Money is me. That feels so effing good. That feels so light and so free. Oh, I love that. Let me know how we're feeling after I just went through so many things. Oh, I don't know if I said this. I have a bonus code this is the bonus code. I enjoy the journey. I enjoy the journey. That one came my way the other day when I was like, God, wouldn't it be nice if we just had, and I'm like, wouldn't it be nice? Or wouldn't it be nice to enjoy the journey of getting there, right? Like, we want things to happen so instantly, so instantaneously. That's so boring. That's so boring if just like all of a sudden, overnight, whatever you've been desiring for yourself just showed up. That's boring, right? Like, the journey gets to be fun of receiving that. So that's our 4th energetic code or bonus code. I enjoy the journey. I enjoy the journey. Yes, freeing. Oh, I love that. Yay. Okay. Thank you so much for being here, my loves. I'm going to close my laptop over here. It's distracting me. Yay. I loved you being here. I loved you receiving. Know that you can practice these energetic codes each and every day. You're literally going to be training and creating new neural pathways and training your reticular activating system so that you can allow yourself to see abundance. Know that it's working. Believe in yourself. It's already here. Abundance is you. You are so, so welcome. And if you loved this, I invite you into the Abundant AF Academy, which is on early bird right now. This is, I know you got a lot of value from this masterclass, and if you feel complete right now, girl. However, if you're feeling called to receive more, to dive even deeper, the Abundant AF Academy is for you. This is where we do money mindset, energetics, and manifestation principles to go deep into allowing you to step into your wealth and worth now. I am so, so excited. This is my signature program. This is the first time ever opening it up. So know that because this is the first time, you are going to receive so much more support, so many more added bonuses, and probably more added live group coaching and live calls, depending on what it is that you need support and guidance on. So right now we have 4 pre-work modules in the Academy that you can get instant access to. I have a bonus Abundant AF hypnosis in there, a bonus subliminal audio for morning magnetism. So freaking good. Yes, Amy already joined. Yay, I'm so excited. And then what we're doing, this is what you'll receive in the Academy. So again, instant access to the pre-work, to the bonus modules. There's some other fun things in there and books for you to listen to in the car if you'd like. What we are doing in this Academy is that we're doing 4 live trainings, and those are, I wrote them down because my brain is all over the place. So 4 live training sessions. Module 1 is breaking free from fear of failure and fear of success, activating your innate abundance and setting energetic foundations. The second training is magnetic mindset, creating a new identity, and safety work. Remember I said in here, you are safe because you are safe. Accepting and receiving abundance and money has so much to do with safety work. So that module is everything. and the key to abundance. And then module 3, or our third training session, is money relationship rewiring. This one's awesome, where we're going to clear out unhealthy, toxic money habits and shift into healthy money habits and just creating a whole new relationship with money and abundance. And then the fourth module, or fourth live training session, is the portal for receiving and integration. So basically, you're going to integrate everything that you learned into your life so that you can continue building upon this foundation of accepting and receiving abundance in all forms. Like I said, it's a practice. It doesn't happen overnight. And your abundance is only going to grow. It's only going to increase more and more and more every single day. And then you also get a live Q&A with me, which is a live group coaching session. And like I said, because this is our very first round, I may just add in another one if you have more questions and desire more support. So I'm so excited. It's going to be so much fun. Again, for the next 72 hours, I'm gifting you an additional $111 off to make this a hell yes in joining Abundant AF Academy so that you can step into your inherent wealth and worth now. I'm so excited. It's going to be so, so powerful. Thank you for being here. Thank you for receiving. I am so lit up right now. Let me know if you have any questions. Anything that came your way that you would like to share and celebrate, please do so here. I love you so, so much. Have a beautiful evening. I'll be talking to you soon. Goodbye.